Good afternoon, YouTube. I know, you're wondering, good afternoon. Don't you start in the morning? Yeah, I do. But this morning, I did all the stuff that I don't think you want to see because no one's commented at the bottom and said, dude, show us there aren't chickens. And I had to go over to a friend's house, camera shy friend, because he said, hey, you know some sunflowers? I got about 1 million of them. So I went over with a couple of trays and a shovel and dug the starts right out of the middle of his garden where they decided to plant themselves. So I've got 3 trays of that. I'll show you those later. They're now up with the starts at the end of my finger there. I sprayed the garlic with a diluted nitrogen mixture before the sun came up because apparently, according to the garlic guru, who's my mentor, they have pores that are open before the sun's up. And if you spray them with a little nitrogen fix, there's 2 tablespoons of fish emulsion to a gallon of water. That will help them grow bigger bulbs. We like our garlic. I also sprayed that mixture on the starts this morning to give them a little kick as I brought them out. The only problem with fish emulsion spray is it stinks like fish. But let's go on to the next project for the day. Let me turn you around here. I dug these lovely post holes and then plowed next to it. And some of them, for example, this one right here, are no longer looking very post-holy. Now that could have been because I drug a chicken tractor over it. It doesn't really look like the plow dirt, which stopped right here, got into it. Something filled it. So I have a post hole digger in yon tractor wearing its sunshade, which means, oh man, the sun's out. That's fun. And I'm not allowed to get a sunburn. So I'm going to go through here with a post hole digger, and I'm going to clean these out because they're safe. I've already plowed here. And once I get tired of doing that, then I'm going to start working on plowing this. And hopefully, if the cards play out, I can get this whole thing plowed, or at least as close as I'm going to get to yon trees. So to do that, I'm going to do the post holes, a little bit of plowing, then I'm going to turn the tractor around and push away all this periphery stuff that's going to stop me from plowing, and then get back at it. Hopefully getting that whole thing done, because my wife and I came up with a tentative plan, which is to basically fence from there to slightly past that first stump and use T-posts to make this span, because the deer don't know any better, and then get this section working and then refine that section over there after, because I feel like I'm pressed for time. We will see. Only you and Mother Nature knows how much stuff I'm going to get done today. But if I don't set this camera up and get at it, nothing's going to get done. So let's get to it. Don't you hate it when you're making a YouTube video and you forget to hit record? I've already done 2 holes. There was witty conversation happening between me and you. Missed. So there are 2 easy holes. First hole had hardly anything in it. Second one, about a foot, no big deal. This one, pretty much full. Let's see how fast I can get through it. If you don't know, post hole digging is a great cardio workout. So if you need a cardio workout and you don't have a post hole digger, feel free, come on by. I've got one. You can use it right here. I won't tell you that it's fun unless you like things like this. I find it quite therapeutic. Wow, this is really packed in here. I don't remember driving it here though, right? There was a deer that came by the day after I dug these. Maybe it filled it in. Maybe it's conspiracy. Oh. Got some nice clay here. I need to talk to the guys that make adobe houses. I heard one of the experts say, I can't build an adobe house in North Idaho. There's no clay. That's clay, son. For lying, I should make him do an adobe house in my backyard. Maybe it's just because I want an adobe house back there and it would be fun. Sorry. Walking with a tripod. Post hole digging, man. It'd kick your butt. It's fun. You should come over and do it. How many angles do we need for digging post holes? Let's try 3. Uh-oh. That sounds like a rock. Maybe this was one of the holes that didn't dig. Come on, baby. Find the edge. Rock can't be that big. It's not like we're in Post Falls. Need another tool. Be right back. This is a 16-pound breaker bar. It's got a lovely chisel end on this end. Bunch of weight. Something to smash on this end. Used to build swimming pools, and around the swimming pool we had to make a thing called a buttress. And all I had was a post hole digger and a breaker bar. And I lived in a place with a lot of rocks. It was super fun. So I'm going to jam this bad boy down there a few times, see if I can get that rock to come free. Then we'll finish this hole. That shade screen on my tractor is not doing me any good at the moment. Seeing that I'm standing out here. You can hear it. It's over here. This rock right here is enough to stop a hydraulic post hole digger because this was one of those ones that didn't finish. Because it hit a rock. And that rock was in just the right spot that it couldn't kick it out. So it stopped. Ooh, there's 2 rocks. The cool thing about the breaker bar is I don't necessarily have to break it. Sometimes I can get around it and then pull it to the right or left. And apparently the combination of that other rock and this one was enough to shut it down. Let's see if I can get back to digging with post hole digger now. But I just went down the side of the hole with the breaker bar and pulled to the side and it came right out. I sense another one. Maybe. Something over here. a little rock. So as you're bashing your post hole digger down, you want to rotate it a little bit. So I went from here to here to here, and I pull it back and forth a little bit on each hit, and that loosens up the soil so you can get a nice full scoop. Nicely done. One more, and I'll leave you guys to wondering how long I did this before I hopped on my tractor. Oh, my abused grape is waking up. This is the only grape that I left in the ground. Everybody else got pulled because they were attached to the fence. That one was a simple clean out. Rock motivational device. All right, that's 10 holes in 16 minutes. Heart rate is up there. It's tractor time. Because I decided I wouldn't clean out any of the holes that I hadn't driven the tractor by yet with the plow, because sometimes you get a little dirt in there. So we're going to do some tractor work after I get some water. Good times. It's a little tractor that could. Does work at it in a few places, and if I forget to take the emergency brake off like that first run. Well, we gotta clean up some of this crap over here. So I might as well turn you around. The little tractor that could has just turned into the little tractor that did. Oh yeah. It did that whole section. I knew it was time to stop because I got over here right at the edge of the plum tree's drip line and started finding plum tree roots. And that's it for that. I'm not going any farther. What I am going to do is take and plow down there where the tractor is now, going that way. I discovered that unlike the implement person who I watched, I don't actually have to put the tire in the track. As long as I put 2/3 of the rear tire on this lip right here, and it is fun keeping it there, it actually moves a whole section of the ground over. Made it much faster without feeling like I was going to tip over all the time. So that was really nice. So I'm going to come over here and also do from right here at the drip line over to the holes. Now that's only about 12 feet, but hey, it's 12 feet of partial shade. I can put cilantro and things over here. They're going to love it because they'll get morning sun, and then the trees will block it, and maybe they won't bolt so fast. Maybe my basil, the best basil I've ever grew, was in the shade. Give it a go, see what happens. I'm going to go up on the deck so you can get more of an aerial view of this bad boy. So the current width this way of the tilled area is about 65 feet. It's about 75 feet that way. Now, I did say that the garden would be 100, which is from there to right there, feet wide, but now that I look at it, these 3 trees are actually taking up almost 30 feet of the middle of this garden. Are their days numbered? Or will I be doing some vegetables underneath trees? We will see. We will see. But you can really get a perspective of how much garden we're talking about from up here. And if we look down, there are all the starts. YouTube, we've got a problem. I just finished plowing the garden. And then I thought, hey, I need the discs. Well, the discs are back there. That's right. Turkey brooder, chicken brooder, what's that, cane bar oil. The wheel of a sideways leaning bush hog disc harrow. That's going to be fun to get out of there. I'm glad that I got the garden all plowed up. It's ready for disking. Once it's disked, that's it. Everything else, all the other videos of me trying to get my garden back in order, will be me with a shovel or a rake or a hoe. Yeah. Fun times. We'll see how that goes. Or maybe a BCS, if my neighbor's BCS is working. Anyway, have a great evening. Think homesteading thoughts. See you tomorrow.